Should you or should you not train with weights after 40? If you're 40 plus, stick to this video and you will have all your answers. Now, this is a quite controversial topic and I think it should not, in my opinion. I don't understand where all this controversy comes from. For me, the answer is very simple. Yes, you should train with weights. Yes, you need to increase the intensity. Obviously, you need to be smart about it, but you should train with weights. So I will divide this video in two big categories. What will happen if you don't train with weights and what happened if you train with weights. First things first, let's say that you take the decision of not training, you don't want to risk it, you don't want to have any injury, you think it's too much for you and this is only for younger people. A very important thing to know is that after 40 we start to lose 1% of muscle mass per year and 3% of strength if we don't do anything about it. Now, if we are making an addition, when you're 60 you will lose 20% of muscle mass and 60% of strength. What can happen if we lose that much muscle mass and that much strength? The day-to-day things that we are doing normally when we are 30, 40, we will not be able to do them anymore and the risk of injury is way higher. I'm sure you have parents or grandparents who are older and unfortunately they are not able to pick up the certain things, move certain things the same way that they used to move before, exercise the same way. They are incapable of doing so because unfortunately they lost too much muscle mass and too much strength. If your father was able to carry his groceries with no problem, now unfortunately maybe you will have to help him. This is because the muscle atrophies in time, we lose muscle mass, but there is one way to prevent that and even reverse it. So if you're 50, 60 and you think it's all done for you, don't lose hope. I'm telling you that you can reverse that, you can regain some of that muscle mass and strength. And the best way to do so is by working out with weights, going inside the gym. Obviously, we can use some body weights exercises, but the foundation and the most exercises should be with weights. Now, I will move to the biggest part of the video, which are the benefits. First things first, to take it out of the way, it's strength and aesthetics. We get stronger or we remain strong. We can do the task that we have on day-to-day basis. And on top of this, obviously the aesthetic, we look better, we feel better, we are more confident, and this can go a long way. Like I mentioned in the disadvantages part, on day-to-day basis, when you see the improvements inside the gym, that you got stronger certain lifts and now on a day-to-day you can walk more, you can go up the hill, you can carry stuff. That's the best part. When I talk with my clients and they are telling me that they see on a day-to-day basis that they used to walk a few thousand steps and they had to stop because their lower back was painful or their legs were done. Now they are telling me that they can walk forever, no problem, or biking, hiking and so on. Another client was telling me that he's super happy that he can carry his groceries without any problem. That's the best part, when you see outside the gym how much these weights workouts are helping. Another very important benefit when it comes to weights workouts is not just the muscle and the strength, it's also about the joints. The joints are getting stronger when we are smart about it and we put just enough amount of stress on them and the muscle. They are improving, they are getting stronger, and obviously we decrease the risk of injury. Not to mention the fact that the bone density increases. When we are looking at the scan of a body of someone who works out with weights and somebody who doesn't, we can see the difference not only in the muscle density but also in bone density. What this means is that if you're 60 and you work out with weights and you're strong and the bone density is higher, if God forbid happens to fall, you will not shatter your bones that easy. We see unfortunately many older people that, you know, they're in their 70s or 80s and they fall, they break their hips and there's nothing else that they can do. They cannot recover from that. This is what happens when the bones are not strong enough, the muscles are not strong enough, we don't have the same balance anymore, and unfortunately these type of injuries occur. When we train with weights inside the gym, almost everything we do, we engage the core. The core muscles are very important when we have the balance, when we need the balance. In case we are in a situation where we have to contract, when we have to stay tight so we don't fall, we are way stronger, we are way more compact. It's easier for us not to fall, to prevent a bone shatter, to prevent a ligament ripping. Transitioning from the physical point of view to a hormonal point of view, we know that working out with weights increases the testosterone level and therefore also the libido. I think just this right here, it's enough for men. Unfortunately, a lot of them with erectile dysfunction, I think it's just enough for you. Start here, just go inside the gym, take a coach if needed, and start working out with weights. I can put up here a few examples of my clients that I have inside the gym. I have clients that are 49 years old, 56, 58 years old, 50. These are clients that are, look how strong they are, able to do pull-ups by themselves with the body weight. I push them, I increase the weights, I increase the intensity. They're not afraid of breaking anything. They know, they trust me. I'm not doing stupid things, we're not going crazy. Everything is controlled, but you have to push yourself. We hear many times about this metabolism. Everybody's saying, I'm getting older and my metabolism is slowing down. Well, what is exactly the metabolism? I can place this graphic right here. I did in my previous videos. Probably you know it already. So you see all these 4 categories. Down here, the biggest chunk is the basal metabolic rate. Up here we have the NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, thermic effect of food, and up there is the exercise. So this entire graphic represents the metabolism. As you can see, 50 to 70% is the basal metabolic rate. So how we can increase that, or how we can prevent it from decreasing? Probably you know the answer already, is by working out with weights, increasing the muscle mass or maintaining the muscle mass that we have already. This way we maintain the BMR high. Why? Because the muscle is an active tissue. It needs calories to survive on our body. So for someone who works out with weights, the basal metabolic rate, in my case, it's around 2,200 calories, around that 2,300 calories. For somebody who doesn't work out with weights, in my height, let's say, and age, it might be 1,500 calories. So 700-800 calories just to survive, nothing else. I need more calories just to maintain my body weight. What does this mean and why it's important to have a higher metabolism? It's easier not to gain fat, not to gain adipose tissue, not to become overweight, which unfortunately happens with age. When we hear that the metabolism slows down, it means that we lose the muscle, so the BMR is lower than before. The NEAT, it means that we are not moving as much as we used to move before. We don't have 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day. Up here we have the thermic effect of food. So the more protein we eat, the more the body burns calories because it needs to break down that protein. And all the way up is the exercise. The last 2 will affect the most the BMR, the last one, the biggest chunk. If we have enough protein into our diet, it will give the body the proper sources to build the muscle and maintain the muscle mass. So what I advise, between 1.5 and 2 grams of protein per body weight, and exercise obviously with weights inside the gym. Another great impact that the weights workouts and the muscle mass are having is on the glucose and diabetes. Like I said, it's a lower risk of having diabetes because we increase the insulin sensitivity. So what the body does, it takes the glucose that we are eating and puts it inside the muscle because the muscle needs that to work out. So we are automatically decreasing the risk of diabetes. In one of my book chapters, I discuss a lot about why it's important to have more muscle mass, why it's important to work out with weights. I discussed a lot about the workout, the nutrition, injury prevention, recovery, and so on. Very important things that everybody needs in order to start this journey. Again, it doesn't matter what age you are, it's important to start, it's important to continue and to make this a foundation in your life. Now, one thing I really want you to quit, it's a mindset. I don't want you to think that if you're 45 or 50 that you're 85. No, you're not. You're not that old. You can still work out. Don't be afraid of weights. Don't be thinking that this is only for younger guys and if you start working out with weights you're going to injure yourself or other things. Yes, if you're doing stupid things you're going to injure yourself. If you're smart about it and if you're executing correctly, you're going to have a lot of benefits. If you don't know where to start, you can hire a coach. Find a good coach inside the gym, pay attention, ask for advice, ask for feedback from other clients because there are good coaches and bad coaches out there. Unfortunately, I've seen many things, so pick up a good coach that knows his stuff, knows how to work out with weights, and he's gonna teach you a proper execution. What you can do is find also other videos of mine up here. I discuss a lot about execution, nutrition, and so on. You can find a lot of information up there. Now, in this part, I would like to talk a little bit about misinformation. Unfortunately, there is a lot of misinformation out there, and I will run through a few very common ones. If you're 40 plus, you should only work out with your body weight or with very light weights. I cannot disagree more. Don't be afraid of increasing the weight. Don't be afraid of challenging your body. The body is smart enough. He's not gonna change if you're not gonna push it, if you're not gonna give him a reason to change. So if you're always coming inside a gym and you're doing shoulder press with 3 kilos over and over again, do you think the body will change? It has no reason to change. So if you're mastering that exercise, the execution is done properly, and you feel that you can do more weight, go for it. Increase slowly the intensity, increase slowly the weights. Another misinformation, you should only use machines. Yes, if you're a complete beginner, you should use more machines than the free weights, because with the machines, you more or less know that you're executing correctly. It's a fixed movement and it's hard, really hard to do something wrong. But don't be afraid of taking some free weights. Don't be afraid of doing some shoulder press or chest press or Romanian deadlifts or other things that are involving other muscles and they are challenging you a bit more to have a proper execution. If you need assistance but you cannot afford a coach one-on-one inside the gym, I'm here to help you. I can offer online coaching. It's way cheaper than the one-to-one coach inside the gym, and I have videos and notes and nutrition plans that will help you with this journey. Another misinformation regarding the nutrition is don't eat too much protein. For some reason, people are afraid of protein. Yes, of course, if you have kidney problems, then you should not exaggerate with the protein. I understand that. Again, check with your doctor. But if you're totally healthy, don't be afraid of increasing a little bit the protein. Do not exaggerate with it, but like I said, 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per body weight, that's ideal. There are a few important benefits of protein. It will maintain the muscle mass, build new contractile tissue, giving you satiety, and also making the body burn some extra calories in order to break it down. So the thermic effect of food will increase. Therefore, the metabolism will increase. Another wrong one, don't use supplements. Yes, you can train and make progress without them, but they can be helpful. They can, by the name, supplementing your diet. For example, if you find it hard of eating, if it's too hard for you to take your protein, just have a protein powder with you. It's easier to just have a protein shake or put a little bit of protein in your oatmeal and so on. Other great supplements, creatine, it will help you with your energy and strength inside the gym. Omega-3, it helps you with your fats. D3, there are a whole bunch of supplements, vitamins and minerals that can help you, so don't be afraid of them. But of course, again, the nutrition has to be the foundation, and the supplements, they have to do what their name implies, is just supplementing your diet. I hope that now you understand that going inside a gym and working out with weights will not make you injure yourself, will not be detrimental to your health. This will actually improve your quality, and the goal later in life, for my parents as well, is not to live longer, but to live longer and better. That's the goal. There's no point to live until you're 90, but to not be able to carry your own body or not to be able to do the certain like normal task on day-to-day life. The goal will be to be able to move, be able to carry your groceries, cook and do the normal things and have a good life. Enjoy it. That's the goal. And the best way to do so is by maintaining and even increasing our muscle mass. So guys, if this information helped, share this video, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Again, check the description. You will find a lot of information down there and other videos up here if you want to check and learn more. Guys, thank you once again for watching and see you next time. Ciao.